All right, grace and peace, y'all. Hopefully my microphone is sounding all right. It says that 4-7. A couple of people have jumped on. I'm on here early. I said I'm going to jump on for a little while before I take it to bed. I'm old. I have to take a nap. I'm just coming in from work. I'm a little while ago, but there's so much going on. But I wanted to share my thoughts. Matter of fact, I really wanted to ask some questions. I've been putting the link out here, and some people have been a little offended. I try to talk. Matter of fact, all right, I'm glad, Bradford, I'm glad you on here. Let me pull you up right now because you done drug yourself into this thing right here. Let me hit that share screen. I know you probably in the car. Every time I turn around, you're in the car. So let me cancel this and let me hit this right here and see. I can tell from the phone if I could see it right now. Chrome tab. All right, do me a favor. Tell me if y'all can see that right there. I'm going to talk with this thing up right here. Because my man and them done started. It's already been some stuff going on. I might as well tell y'all this. I can see from the phone right here. It's been some stuff going on. Rome, what's good? What's good with you, brother? Good to see you. I want to talk about me and putting information out here and Israel and all of this stuff that's been going on. We got some politics involved in this. We got some people acting crazy. But my man said, y'all need to let Abu rock. Y'all can see that screen, right? And then Abu, he took it, and the people know how to put the mix on it, the spin on it. Y'all need to let Abu rock. He brings a different perspective to the community. Whether you like his skin color or not, Berean wants diversity, and I do too. This is my man Bradford right here. He on right now. So nobody talking about nobody back. I'm ignorant. This channel is supposed to be about getting to the truth. So let's explore all roads, not just the black road. And that's what I've been trying to do. It's good that I can see the screen right here, Shafe. You got to listen to this because I wanted to bring some information out. I said I'm going to let Tim jump on. Timmy, we got two Tims now. We got Tim came on here, and I'm going to show you. I'm not going to show y'all, but I'm going to read you the email. I try to get him to jump back on. I said, you could jump on. Shout out to Bishop Brown. I'm going to get my man Jason Brown to pull up the Europa. Any slides you want, any websites you want, my man will pull it up, and you can freestyle. He make it sound like I try to hit him sideways. I got him on here. He said he was on here talking. He was muted. He couldn't present the information. He didn't have an Ethernet. He couldn't present the information. Then Dante jumps on and throw him off. I don't know how you think you could just say his name, and I'm not going to afford him. I'm not going to give him the opportunity to jump on. No matter what, shout out to and this brother right here, shout out to Bishop Bradford and them. Shout out to Bishop Robert Rajford. Shout out, salute Bishop Short. See, the first one, let me touch it when I came. Shout out to Bishop Short. Shout out to Bishop Curtis Douglas. You know I love you, bro. Shout out to Lady D, the whole family, the whole Daybar family. Shout out to I got no beef. Salute our Archbishop Roy Brown. Archbishop McKinley, I learned a lot from them. When it comes to the people and it comes to the culture, I'm not playing games with you folk. I'm not playing games with you folk when it comes to the culture. That's how come when the whole thing jumped off years ago with vocab and people was offended, immediately I dropped the video vocab. And like, I'm going to, you're going to put people together. I'm going to put them together with James White and them Europeans saying something. Vocab, don't play with the culture. When that parody video came out, vocab, don't play with the culture. Shout out to G. Other people hit me. Vocab is not like that, but we got to be careful. That's all I'm trying to tell people. We got to be careful. People just can't come in our spaces and just say what they want and do what they want to do. Now, the space is open. I'm not a racist, but at the same time, I know white folk done played with this book. White folk done played with these images, and I'm not playing with the culture. And I'm saying this for a reason. I'm gonna read what Tim hit me with after I told Tim my man will pull up the slides for you. You ain't got no computer. What you need, because I want you to come to the forefront and bang. I want you to come out here and bang. A lot of people say what you want. Urban apologists, they made videos. Richardson and Mason, they made videos on Deuteronomy 28. These dudes ain't going in. Not like how Israel going in, and I'm explaining to y'all block work. We on the block, we in the barbershop, we in Brownsville, we on Pickett Avenue, we on Bed-Stuy. Them white folk, them Mormons ain't coming up in the barbershop. They gonna walk by with them backpacks. They gonna look in that window. They don't want to come in that barbershop. This the block work right here. They ain't finna come up in that barbershop. Why? Because we know your history. We know y'all history. Your history, y'all said we was cursed. We was the sons of Ham. We was cursed. We couldn't be no priests till you white Masonic priests in the Mormon church done lifted the ban and said, black folk, we've been tired to y'all. We're not playing with history out here. We're not playing with you folk out here. So, and I'm saying all of this leading up to something because there's certain people that's been respectful and people is respectful and they've gained the platform. As far as I'm concerned, this is the people's channel. Far as I'm concerned, Abu done put some work in that we need to, no, let him come to the table and talk. Let him come to the table and talk. I know a lot of folk don't like his energy when he comes in, but let him come to the table and talk. And I want y'all to know, I'm not playing. Oh, not me. Knock out, son. I ain't out here playing with these folks. They can't run amok and say what they want to say to me. They can't come on this channel and just say what they want to say to folks. It's a certain way they got to come into the cipher. This is just how it is. What the hood ain't accepting Mormon and these white Jehovah Witnesses just walking around. So what they do, they train in black Jehovah Witnesses to go in black neighborhoods. But we know the history, so we building with y'all. Israel banging on y'all in the streets, on the block, in the barbershop. The two bangers been the Nation of Islam and the Israelites. Been banging on the block, so y'all can't come through any old type of way. Folk can't come in black spaces and just saying what they want and doing parodies and just running amok out here. They can't do it. Tim hit me in the email. Tim telling me, yo, I'm not going to be in the background. And I'd have gave that work to Mike and Sister Cherry. This is what young Tim is saying. He'd have gave the work to Mike and Sister Cherry, but I got him in the background. I'm not going to be in the background and you banging on Catholicism, Berean. I know your game. I'm going to read the email. I'm going to read the email right now. I'm going to read the email. I'm not playing. Boy, these folk, listen, white folk don't run this channel. This Berean talking right now. White folk don't run this channel, Tim. Yeah, now, I know y'all could go and talk that talk somewhere else. And that other dude can do all of that stuff somewhere. Y'all could do that somewhere else. Do that with them other people. This ain't the channel for that. We want truth, but this ain't the channel for that. You ain't using your white privilege to come up here and tell me you're going to talk about what you want to talk about when you come on this channel. Oh, you got me confused. These folk, this what makes some of us feel some type of way about these folk. They done took this book. They done took these pictures. These folk done did what they want to do. Now, he going to tell me he can't. Listen, Abu, come on here. If I want somebody to blow about Catholicism, Abu got respect. He jump on the channel. He ain't bringing up Catholicism. My man 4 years deep in seminary. I get Father G to bang out on Catholicism, and he don't bring Catholicism up unless I ask him, the host. Unless I ask Abu. Then he'll speak on it if I bring it up. Tim, young white Tim. White folk think they could run amok up in here. He think he could just jump on here and bang about Catholicism when he say he's still Baptist and he ain't never even been to a mass. Oh, he ain't been following this channel. I told him I've been building with rabbis. You got me confused. Some of these folks, I play with y'all people. Y'all got this thing confused. Y'all can't come up in here and do what y'all want to do on this channel. You can't do it. You're going to have respect. You can't come into cipher. White folk can't really, I'm going to tell y'all right now, white folk can't really build with the Bible in the hood. Why? Because of Israel. Why? Because of the moral science chapter. White folk ain't running up in barbershops in the hood. And some of this internet is the hood. This block work, y'all can't come say what y'all want to say. He want to bang out. You want to give me Catholicism and stuff. Don't none of us in the cipher want you crazy. That's their white privilege. They want to rule and control. Boy, not right here. Not right. Y'all got it all confused. Ain't nobody got to come up on this channel. Y'all got it confused. What would make him think he could send me this email? And I'm saying, yo, you want to come and bang out? Come and bang out. Let me tell y'all why Israel banging out. And I was shocked when Damon Richardson and them goofy dudes want to throw. I said your name, boy. Don't play with me. One of them goofy dudes want to come blowing shots at Nefertiti, and she's banging out with them. See, the one thing about Israel, why Israel on top on this internet, and I know some people gonna get it. I don't want y'all to be mad. Yeah. Listen, when dudes come on the block, we looking right at y'all. Yo, this dude is he different. He different. We sizing y'all up. A lot of y'all folk are on the internet. We done sized y'all up. Shout out to Mike. Mike could jump on because Mike don't even care. Mike like, listen, this is how we going. This is how we going out. If it wasn't for if them dudes could manipulate Mike Holloway won't even be on this channel. Because there's a lot of funny people out here. I'm going to tell y'all why Israel got one up on y'all. When they coming to bang, they all banging out. Immediately, they found that the girl Nefertiti was Seventh-day Adventist. They want to put her out the cipher. I'm like, wow, she banging with them. And it ain't a lot of people banging. It ain't a lot of people going out, call yourselves urban apologists, call yourselves, we preachers, we this, we that. A lot of y'all ain't banging out. And she was one of the #1 bangers, and they put her out the movement. I'm like, wow, say what you want. When Israel come in, y'all already see in the cipher, we got Israelites, we got everybody from Pastor Green to Pastor Johnson to tell you, we got all type of people believing everything, but they claim that they Israel and they riding out like the white Jew. If you Orthodox, if you Hasidic, whatever you are, if you part of the nation, you gonna bang out. And they come to this channel and bang. Y'all funny people. Want to sit back, well, they don't speak in tongues, so I ain't gonna get on the panel. Or this other one, you gotta speak in tongues to be baptized. Why y'all doing all of that? Them folk over here building, doing something on social media. Funny people. Funny people. I'm talking about the funny people right now. So the thing is open to people. But like I said, the bull come on, he respectful. My other Catholic man come on, he respectful. What make Tim think he gonna come on here and bang out with Mike and everybody on here? He to the bottom. He ain't got no computer. You think you gonna come? Everybody will tell you G-Con and them done been up on here. Berean, especially when we start going back and forth, Berean gonna put you in the green room. I ain't gonna be in the back. He gonna come and tell me, this white guy gonna come and tell me he ain't finna be in the background. Let me read let me slow this down and read this email to y'all. Let me read this email. I'm like, wow. And this is that privilege. This you funny people can't come build. Y'all are funny with it. This ain't the channel for y'all could run amok on that girl channel down the road. But we doing it for the kingdom, but we doing it for the culture too. See that? I think I'm so scared that a whole bunch of these preachers' minds done been so twisted up with these white folk and these white folk culture. That's how these folk will straight tell you this Christmas tree, this mistletoe, this is straight Druidic behavior. This straight Germany, this straight Europe, this straight Celtic. And we pagans and we're going to give it to y'all. They talking, they could tell y'all that and these funny people just eating it up and banging out for them. I don't want to bang for that tree. I don't want that tree. I don't want that culture. What's the matter? Jesus hate African culture, but he love these white folk? Boy, y'all got this channel called. Go run tell the feds. This ain't no hate channel, but boy, you confused. Please don't come on here with none of this nonsense. And a bunch of y'all got nonsense. Bunch of y'all banging for the wrong thing, and y'all don't know no better. That's like I said, let me go get the, because y'all must have forgot I said in videos, I blows with white rabbis. You want me to get the white rabbi to straighten some of y'all out about this Judaism and Israel and the early church? You want me to go get the white folk for you? Because y'all need the white folk. A lot of y'all need the white folk. That's what y'all want me to do? That's what y'all want me to do. Yeah, the white folk straighten y'all out. The white folk got y'all in the position that y'all in right now, and y'all want the white medicine. Y'all want me to pull up some of the white medicine video for y'all? Matter of fact, we're going to play white folk tonight. We're going to play white folk tonight. Tell me, Tim, you can't come around here and say what you want. You can't come around here and just do what you want. This ain't the channel for you, boy. Any one of y'all think y'all gonna bang out, y'all gonna play what y'all want to do and lift up European culture. This ain't the channel. This is me talking. I don't care about subscribers. This is me talking. Y'all don't want that truth. Them bosses in the movement ain't banging for a reason. They know they place for a reason. Y'all don't want to know the whole truth. Funny people. Let me play some of this. Can I play some of this right here? Would this play?
You said we should let Abu rock. Abu been on here a couple of times. He definitely have a different perspective. But I want to say something.
All right. So like I said in the video, Abu done been on here a couple of times. Abu can jump on here. Abu done put some work in. We don't got no problem with that. We ain't got no problem with that. But when these folk want to get to wilding out, no, this is not the channel. This is not the channel. We're going to get to the truth, and I'm trying to get to the truth. I said, yeah, this brother got another perspective. I'm going to reach out. I'm going to say, yo, my man will bring up any slides you want. Come give him that work. Y'all know I've been the one telling y'all come give Dante and them that work. Don't worry about no green room. Come give them that work. This ain't no Israelite channel. If y'all got it. But I'm telling y'all right now, when they banging out, they messianics. They don't care who they banging out with. Torah only. They going to bring them on. They going to come in the channel. Or much as I tell y'all camps, no. We don't bring camps. We don't deal with camps in here. Camp folk coming in here banging out. They banging out too. Torah only. They coming in here banging out because they know, they understand what time. It's only you funny people. Oh, they speaking tongues over there. We can't get with them. Oh, them speaking with those people. And these fools coming. Oh, you got to get baptized in water. Oh, Berean over there. He giving them shine. Y'all don't deal with it. All the rest of them. Whole bunch of apologists don't come through it because Damon Richardson done manipulated their mind. And Eric Mason, shout out to them. Them manipulated their mind. Boy, this is block work. Ain't nobody think about y'all. Y'all ain't putting that work out for Israel. Y'all not doing it. This is me talking. Nobody manipulating nothing. This is me telling y'all what it is. And this is not an Israelite channel. If y'all got that work, let's bang out with that work. I see the sister, like I said, I see the sister Salam. I feel some type of way. She talking about Sister E. You brought Sister E on here. Sister E ain't got nothing to do. Where are you with those slides from 100 months ago? Where are you with them slides? It's been over 100 days. Where are you with the slides? That's how I said it's important. Some people say, yo, you turned around and you said you got in touch. Yeah, I got in touch with Cherry because she put work and she's important to come to the table. You can say what y'all want. The rest of y'all can say what y'all want. When I turn this thing on and we get to talk about certain things, people gonna come because people, even Israel, saying, yo, you more than fair. You fair. Christian pastors, everybody hit me. You more than fair. It's bigger than apologists. Let's spread the thing out so we can all talk. People want to know. I want to know truth. If Jesus is white, there's no beef. So my man wanted to bring, I said, yo, pull up the Europa, pull up the synagogue, pull up the stuff. Let Timmy come on here. Let Timmy bang out. I'm sorry. I said 100 months ago. I didn't mean 100 months, but it was a long, long time, Sister Lewis. It was a long, long time. And then, like I said, I get offended because when they come in to bang, Israel is banging everybody. Y'all see. I'm talking to my man laughing the other morning. I'm like, yo, I cannot lie. I know they think I got the circus over here. Man, yo, y'all see, I'm going to tell y'all what, my other man, Tim, we got Timmy, Tim, but then we got my man on Dispensational Tim. Dispensational Tim, he going to bang out with my man from North Carolina, from Wilmington. He going to bang out with him. And we going to have people that's going to come on and have discussions. People need to see these type of discussions going forth. And it's okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't know with so many comments. I'm trying to go back and read some of these comments at the same time now. I didn't know it was so early. So many people would jump on. But these are things that we got to talk about. So I want to bring respectable people on. That's like I said, there's only a few people that's going to come on. We got to have mad respect. Howlin', you calling folk the N-word, doing all of this stuff to show off in front of them other folk. No, that ain't going to work. But there's certain people that have gained a certain respect in the community. Say what you want to boo. It's part of the community. He could jump on here and build. Mike Holloway, part of the community, he could jump on here and build. If I bring up the tree, we're going to talk about that tree. We're going to talk about Mary, but Timothy ain't finna come up on here and give me Mary when I ain't asked for Mary. I ain't thinking about Mary. And white people don't run this channel. So you don't get the privilege to come on here and tell me. You might do that in other circles. But no, this is a different cipher here. You don't get to come in the barbershop and start building and saying what you want to say. No, stop it up. You ain't finna do that, but you used to doing it. Go do it. Go do it with Cherry and them. Go do it. You said you like vocab. I ain't never seen you build it with vocab. Go get on vocab channel and do that. You ain't nobody finna play with the culture. I don't care what. I'm going to ride with some people that respect. You're going to come here with respect. Y'all ain't got to have respect nowhere else, but you're going to have respect over here. So if believers come, any type of believers can come on and they can bang. But I'm not going to lie. Like I said, if we're going to bang out, these people, they want to bang a little bit. But once they find out somebody's Seventh-day Adventist, somebody won this Pentecostal, they got to move outside of Orthodoxy. It's bigger than that. These clowns don't know how to move because they found out there's so many of y'all during COVID that y'all don't even go to church. So bishops can't come into Cipher and build because bishops want to run and rule and take over the whole floor. How you going to take over the whole floor? This ain't your barbershop. Everybody talk bishop. I know you the archbishop, college of the bishops. You used to rule in your armor bearers in your congregation. You don't do that on the block. So you can't talk like you want to talk. You can't do it here. But these goofy dudes done found out. These preachers, these apologists done found out it's a whole flock of people that love God. They're not. Said part of the problem is you wild folk. Y'all don't got no discipline. Y'all don't know when the man of God speaks. The man of God is settled. So y'all ignorant, y'all don't got no church. Y'all don't understand church politics. If the man of God is talking, y'all gotta shut your mouth and obey. If that's the first lady, that ain't even an office, but we done made up stuff. Black folk can make up some stuff. We done made up the first lady office. We done made up everything. Adjutant, armor bearer. We done gave y'all degrees from the lodge. Y'all don't even know where half of this stuff come from. On the block, it's different. Okay, you a pastor and you an alpha boy, you on the block, you gonna get it. You better explain why you came across them burning sand. Your congregation, you could tell them anything. So you in the pulpit now throwing gang signs. If you alpha, if you Greek divine nine, y'all all throwing signs. So you could throw them signs and the dumb, deaf, and blind won't say nothing to block. Why you throwing that? Why you got that cane? What's this about here, pastor? Come and build with us, pastor. The block is a whole, the block's some type different. This what these clowns don't like. We not playing with y'all. We gonna talk. All we gonna do is talk, and I want believers to come. Yo, Berean, his information was wrong. A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. And y'all could come and bang out. People now, if people hollering and then somebody else hit me, yo, they said my name, Berean, let me jump on. Sometimes I ain't gonna lie, I'm ignorant right now too. My mama said I was a troublemaker. I ain't got right, but when I said, ooh, this gonna be a good one right here, and I look at that title, I go ahead and send down the link. I'm ignorant. I tell the truth in the name of the Lord. I'm ignorant, virtual truth. It's okay. But I confess it. I tell y'all I'm ignorant. I'm going to tell him, I said, all right, he don't want to jump on. All right, good. Let him keep talking. 15 little minutes later, somebody, yo, when you go drop that link, let me get, hey, yo, such and such, or my mom, somebody hit me, say, yo, drop that link. These folks is hitting me over here, asking me about you in this link. And I go ahead and drop it. It's all the talk. My thing is y'all should all band together. The amount of work they got out here on this block. You can't be blind like Cherry talking about this, that's been thoroughly debunked. She's a lie, the devil, and the truth ain't in her on that subject right here. I ain't saying she ain't my sister in Christ, but the devil is a liar. She ain't debunked them. I ain't saying, who you seen? Who what high ranking urban apologist you done tore down Ron Dalton? You black liars? You black liars? I want to bang. Let's get this information out. Y'all are so smart. Is Christ divided? I should start a new subject right now, get to preaching this thing, or every wind and doctrine. I don't even want to start, but I'm going to talk to my Patreon people about some stuff because I'm going to hurt some church people feelings. And then we're going to talk about orthodoxy and how y'all was manipulated. That's how come the secret brotherhood, there were certain people involved in the Protestant movement, part of the secret brotherhood. Listen, we're going to manipulate them. And then I'll show you how the other people, they like certain Jewish people, but the leaders was like, yo, this is the way it's going down. And the leaders and the bishops threw it out. Then the bishops were the early first apologists. They were the ones. They were the ones throwing it out there. This is what we're going to say about them. And it's A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. It's different from what y'all think. So my thing is, listen, this thing is not about race, but people are not going to play with a culture. People not going to play. And I'm just not going to let it happen. So you can't say anything. That's how come I told y'all I was shocked. And then when Jay, the producer, jumped on, immediately he apologized. He see hundreds in the room. He came on and he said, yo, I cringe when I see the video right now. He apologized from the gate. Vocab ain't feel he had apologized. And then people let him ride out. Okay, all right, this is what it is. This is what it is. Them dudes going to let him ride out. So people say something, one thing to me in the background. They'll text me one thing in the background. Boy, I can't believe this and that. And that for the coaches. A lot of preachers, a lot of you folk talk good in the background. But when that pressure get up on y'all moving some type different because he banging for the kingdom. So let him go ahead and bang. You don't even want to sit there and be like, yo, I don't know. Maybe you should throw apology out there. Y'all ain't gonna put pressure on him. Y'all ain't gonna put pressure on him. Nah, that's all right. That's how y'all moving. But y'all Greeks, I forgot. Y'all Greeks, y'all something too. Y'all know where them Greeks come from. That's how come I'm watching y'all something type sideways. Y'all don't want to say publicly. You want to talk to me privately about the tree, but you don't want to say publicly. You'll push white folk and folk talking about this tree ain't this and that. Y'all funny. Y'all some type funny out here. It's a new day. Y'all, these YouTube streets, these social media streets, y'all not them dudes. Y'all write them books and give it to the middle class black folk that's going to listen to y'all and not ask y'all no questions. It's a problem. It's a problem, and it's a place that y'all don't want to go because y'all need what y'all got. Y'all know, and y'all know I know what I'm talking about. Y'all need what y'all got, and y'all don't want to stir that pot up, but so much. Don't mess with losers. Don't mess with folk ain't got nothing to lose. Don't mess with folk at the bottom of the barrel. They're gonna bring anything up. Even when we talking about these doctrines, they think they could play. Elder jump on here, my man, and then he up in the comment section. I see other cats in the comment section telling me, what it ain't two covenants running at the same boy. Listen, it's a lot. They scare y'all in seminary. We out here lawless. We ain't been scared. We reading any and everything. So it's different. It's different. Thank God for those that came out. Somebody said, what happened, Jordan? What happened to Tim? No, not your Tim, not dispensation. Said we got, that's what I said. I got to start explaining it. We got dispensational Tim, and then we got the other guy, Tim. What the other Tim screen name is? Europa Synagogue. We got the other Tim, and he come and he bang out, and I try to give him some time to try to get up on here. You ain't got no computer, you ain't got no channel, but I see him banging out in the comment section. I see him putting in work in the comment section. I tell him to come on and jump on. He gonna tell. Remember, did I read it yet? Let me see if I can find this thing right now. So y'all could get it. I just don't. I don't know, because I told him, I said, yo, you could jump on and my man will come on, and whatever things you want him to pull up, my man is going to pull it up. He says, I don't know, maybe around 7. I asked him when he'll be free. So then he said, maybe around 7, but I'm not coming on your platform to be belittled, ridiculed, and muted. I'm not trying to listen to you and others bash Catholicism without any valid arguments. Boy, 500 years we've been banging on the Catholic Church. I told you my man is deep in seminary, finna graduate out of seminary, Father G. He woke in Catholic. If I'm a bang out, I'm a bang out with him. Abu deep in this Catholicism, in this history than you are, Tim. If I'm going to bring up Catholicism, I'm going to do it with Abu. I'm going to do it with Father G. I'm going to do it with somebody I respect. I'm going to do it with somebody I know putting in this work. You just jumped on the scene. I just jumped on the scene with construction. They throwing me $50, all of them telling me climb down 3 flights to go run and get them pizza. I said, why I got to go? Because you learning the trade. You a new jack. We masters at the craft. You want to learn and you want to be around us, you got to move some type of way. Tim coming up in here like he's finna rule the whole channel. I'm about 15,000 deep, building with everybody that's somebody out here in the Israelite community. And you finna come on here and tell me what you gonna do? That's some of that white man energy. We don't have that in here. White folk don't rule this, and you calling the shots, and just because of no. You in the wrong place. I'm trying to give you some time to shine, but you don't know your place. If anything, I'd be like, yo, it's mad Israelites in there. I got the truth. They in darkness. It's another gospel. Berean, get ready to give me the floor. Let me get that floor and be humble. Shut my mouth and speak respectfully. That's like a mic is outshining you funny people. He outshining. Why? Because he's respectfully humble. Now, he don't stand there. Ain't nobody bending Mike. He gonna stand on what he believe on, but at the same time, people like, yo, I can't lie. I grown to like that. Where that pagan Mike? When the next time you gonna have him back on? It's some type funny. They ain't talking about he Baptist. Thank you. They ain't 1 minute he talking about he Baptist. He ain't even been to no mass, and you finna bang out on me, boy. Maybe because I don't wear a shirt and tie. I don't put them Maury Gators on no more. You think you got me because that book, boy, that church history, boy. I don't play with you, church folk. I don't play with you, mystic, you Masons, you alphas. I don't play with y'all with this book. With this history, but this where them folk think they could say what they want to say with us. They think they could come in a circle and say and do anything. And this is how come the other dudes be like, yo, look at their energy. They coming to teach us. They coming to show us research. They coming to civilize us. That's the spirit of them same white missionaries. Y'all come, oh, no, the answer, oh, that's devil. Oh, take that down. Everything culturally to us was the devil, and everything Europe was lifted up high, holy in heaven. Boy, y'all better go sit y'all black ass. Y'all gonna listen. This is not the channel for you folk. This is not the channel for you folk. And if you don't like it, you can keep moving. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. And you are the holy rollers. Let me show y'all, because I can tell y'all what. Let me tell y'all something about research. Let me tell y'all something about these church fathers. Let me tell y'all something about banging out. Boy, I can find a church father to support anything. Anything. I can find a church father to support anything. Y'all ain't gonna come here in the name of Jesus and tear down the people and tear down the culture. It's a new season of believers out here. Oh, there's no Greek, no Jew. Shut up and go down and deal with them folk. This just ain't the place for you. Oh, he just wanna continue to lie. What lie? Y'all gotta build. First of all, your attitudes ain't even right to bring truth. Your attitudes ain't even right to bring truth. The few, and it ain't but a few of y'all. But ministers, urban apologists, a few of y'all that got the holy truth. Berean got all of the fake devils, Judaizers, all of the wicked people over there. It ain't but a few of y'all. And I think I'm fair. Nobody is as ignorant. Out of all my mods and people that's hitting me, old team members and all of that that's hitting me, I'm more ignorant than everybody, but I got to balance anybody that's on team anymore. Anybody can hit me like, yo, but when you know you ill, what happened to you? I don't know if it's the Red Bull and you mix it with the coffee. You just spazzed out. You took your pills. You okay? No, everything okay. I'm back to normal. All right, I got to take that video. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. My ignorant side came out. But boy, when folks start hitting me with that and telling me what they finna do here, and I know Europeans done ran amok with this whole Bible, and we don't got people lifting up this thing, teaching this history. It's a reason a lot of you black folk don't want Bible history. It's a reason y'all don't want it. It's a reason y'all can. Well, what about the slave ship named Jesus? Oh, well, that don't mean nothing. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the shut up. What about the slave ship? I asked you. That's what I asked you. But a lot of you folk don't want to talk about it. So they're going to keep winning. They're going to keep being up because people want questions answered. That's all it is. People want questions answered. Oh, the old fools can't come around here talking that old fool stuff. It don't work no more. And then on top of that, the Most High God, the everlasting God, calls y'all to shut them churches down with COVID. So now y'all running around, masked up, out the building. Now y'all stumbling across ignorant folk on the internet like myself and a whole bunch of others. So now what they got to do, they got to do what the church have always did. Like how we did. Oh, the Jews are wicked. The Jews are wicked. Protestants did it. Our church father do. The Jews are wicked because we don't want people going there. Because you know there were early believers that still looked up to the rabbis in the 2nd and 3rd century. Oh, y'all don't know that. Y'all need white folk. Y'all need me to give you white folk medicine because that white folk medicine, good medicine for y'all out there. Y'all like it when it comes from white folk. So I'm going to give you good reform white folk. I'm going to give you good white rabbis. And then y'all going to say, wow. I didn't hear them other guys say this at the apologetic conference. I bet you didn't. It's a reason certain stuff don't come up, and this is just how it is. So he said, and so he go on to say, I don't get down like that. I would have put Mike and Cherry in their place had my mic not been unmuted. I'm not interested in listening to people bash me and Catholicism. This is Tim. He brought up Catholicism. He shocked me. He brought up Catholicism. When we ain't talking about the Catholicism, he gonna see 200 people in the room and he gonna just give us Mary? We just gonna feed you ignorant black folk what we want to feed y'all because I'm the holy white hope? Boy, y'all got me confused. All the way confused. If you think you finna just jump up on my channel and do what you want to do with your good white self. And I'm not racist. But I'm just saying. I got to call you back, sis. I'm live right now. All right, I'm ignorant right now. Unless they calling me, tell me, no, you got to turn the video off. That's not good for your branding. I ain't thinking about no, I'm too ignorant, but worried about no branding out here. What about branding out here? What the other folk running around here talking about? No. The block is different. So now they don't know how to handle you people because all you folk reading the Bible, all you folk running around here saying you love the Lord and you believe on the Lord, but y'all don't got church discipline. Y'all don't understand structure and authority in the church. You're the same fools going to go in that church and y'all feel like going to pray. Y'all feel like giving money. Your ignorant stuff going to walk up the middle aisle. Not knowing 99% of black churches in America, the ignorant aisle, the middle aisle is the off limits aisle. Y'all don't know no better. But y'all been reading the book. So you don't know certain questions you can't ask, certain things you can't stand up and testify. Y'all too ignorant. But I said, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to build with the ignorant folk. They tell me trying to control. They don't see the way. They don't like the way it's going. They trying to manipulate it. He ain't saved. He is not of the Lord. Judaizers are over there. They are devils. We shouldn't have these. There's a reason these devils don't want no conversation. And I'm talking about religious devils. I'm talking about supremacist devils. I'm talking about deep state devils. It's a reason these devils don't want this conversation. Oh, they don't want it. If they didn't fear nothing, listen, they figure they could just walk away if we don't talk about it. I'll show you where the rabbis even saying it. They were saying that too to the early Gentiles, because this whole movement started from a Nazarene movement. I'm going to talk to y'all about what the Rastafarians used to build back in the days. It started from a Nazarene movement. Then later on, what it became known as Christianity, it developed from something. So when we look back to what it developed to, it's connected with Israel. And those all ain't blue-eyed folk. That's how come I tell y'all, we got a history before Rome and the Vatican. Hell, you talking about Timmy Tim Tim. What you talking about, Timmy Tim Tim? Before there was a European Pope or Vatican, before there was all of that stuff, we had a history. But they don't want to talk about that stuff. They'd rather all fall out and speaking in tongues or saying color don't matter. They'd rather do that than let's get into it. Wherever the chips fall, let's get into that. They don't want that. Why would they want that? Why would they want that? It's not beneficial. It's not beneficial to some people. If you really love him and you really want to walk in some truth. That's what I'm saying. A lot of folk, y'all don't want truth. Y'all want religion. A lot of y'all folk ready to die. They closing up the church. And this second wave of COVID, they finna shut y'all down. Y'all dying because y'all can't socialize. Y'all ain't getting to the Most High God. Y'all want to go to church and socialize. That's what y'all like. That's how y'all spread your Amway. That's how you spread your secret societies. That's how you spread your talk. Y'all spread it through socializing. Y'all ain't going to lift up the Most High. That's how come nothing. If it ain't got nothing to do with the Bible, it don't make a difference. Then we want to turn around and bang on the Catholics, talk about tradition. Boy, we full of traditions and doctrines of devil. I said in the Christian church. That's how come I can't be apologists, because apologists got to always defend. They don't want to call out. That prophetic, them prophets call out. That's how I'm watching. It's a lot of stuff I'm watching. I'm watching you funny preachers. Y'all fun. I'm watching you funny people. But one thing I like is that, listen, those that are in the back, those that are the last, they shall be first. God got a way of stirring this pot. I said the everlasting God. He got a way of stirring the pot, and people he's been trained in the background, he got a way to bring it up to the front. And them folk that's all up in the front, that been all on TBN, that's so holy, they've been giving out their cards and connected and getting big honorariums. God got a way to just slide them into obscurity. It's a sliding time. Touch your neighbor. I feel like getting ignorant. It's a sliding time right now. And God is sliding some folk. God doing the shuffling. He's shuffling the board around. Oh, it's some stuff. And it's some stuff. And the only people that ain't going to like it is the church folk. God came on a set and he was moving with John the Baptist. God came on a set and he was moving with Jesus the Christ. And the church, who ain't like it but the church folk? The educated, trained, seminarian church folk. They ain't like it. They ain't like one bit of it. No, they didn't. Why didn't they like it? Because it was going against the structure. John taking the tithes from the church. Y'all them Christmas tree tithe folk said them folk love talking about them tithes and they don't even want to teach where the tithes come from. Them lying devils. Them lying devils and the temple whores. I didn't even want to start talking about them temple whores. I didn't want to start talking about them temple whores. And all of them things going hand in hand. And we looking down at the strip spot and who got tattoos and they thighs out. Come on, y'all got temple whores, but it's the same as them. Man, I'm getting up off here right now. I can't even talk good. I can't talk good. If y'all want to come on, I don't care if y'all are Israel or y'all not Israel. The only thing when I throw the link out there, when I say certain things, when Israel come to bang, they all bang. And y'all see their doctrines are different, but when they come to bang, at social media, their presence is here. They not locked and they ain't been in the church building like y'all. I appreciate the few people that come through, and I'll be like, anytime I see people in here, I see Gia, I see certain people, Trill Will, I see certain people, D, certain people that I see up here, Yolanda, them out to the coming up in there. I'm like, I don't agree with everything they say, but I know who orthodox, I know what orthodoxy is. And then when I come up here and I'm teaching, your orthodoxy teaches A, B, C, and D. Other people believe E, F, and G, and this is what it is. I'm throwing it all out there. We don't know what he believes. Y'all get away from that channel. Y'all go listen to the mind control. Y'all go listen to them funny dudes. Listen to them funny dudes. Listen, the day of the funny dude is over. The day of the funny dude is over. They talking funny, but they ain't writing, they ain't dropping videos, they ain't building, they ain't blowing them things, and they not doing it for a reason. Because they ain't got nothing to talk about. They following the spirit of the old preachers. If we talk about this, if we don't talk about it, it's gonna go away. It ain't gonna go away, devil. Where you bosses at in the movement? Where you bosses binding the devil? Where you powerful folk at? Come and destroy the movement. If y'all can destroy it, destroy it. Them funny, goofy dudes ain't doing it for a reason. They ain't doing it for a reason. Trust me, y'all. They ain't doing it for a reason. And this thing gonna continue to go the way it is. So I tell people, y'all can say what y'all want, believers. Y'all got a platform, come and bang out. Let's look at a different view. Just don't disrespect. And now you gotta say, if I get on Berean channel, I know 99% of the people, 90% of the people are men, 90% of the people are, 95% of the people are black people. I can't get on there just making guerrilla comments. I can't make it comments that could seem disrespectful to the people. Know your audience, Tim. Know your audience. Who the hell here won't marry? Put your hand up if you want Mary. I look like I want Mary. I look like I want Mary and every abomination out the Catholic Church. Do I look like that? You think you could do that to me? Or you think I'm finna do that to these people? This what make y'all goofy. This what make y'all funny. Oh, he said white people. Yeah, oh, I'm different from them dudes. I don't got no 501. I don't get white people money. No. It ain't no control over here. It's a whole different thing. There's a freedom I got, and I'm going to say some things. That don't mean you could go run to the JDL. Look what he said. I said, no. I said, we got to talk. Remember them same folk is the same folk that kept teaching Christopher Columbus discovered America. Millions of Indians is dead. Whole truth done came out. They still ain't going to bend it. They still ain't going to change it. And then a few teachers that wanted to change it, they had an attitude. What else they lying about? Blatantly lying about, even after the court, after the truth coming out, they still lying. Boy, y'all better go sit down somewhere and leave me alone with this Bible. Leave me alone with this history. I know I ain't got that high degree. Them folk done gave y'all up in them mountain dwellers done gave y'all. I ain't got none of them degrees, but I'm telling y'all right now, it's not what you think it is. It's not what you think it is. And y'all ain't just finna just run, but y'all just ain't finna just run amok. Somebody said, you see what this is? Give me Jesus. That's all I want is Jesus. I want the real Jesus. I don't want the Jesus that had slaves. I don't want the Jesus that controlled them ships. I don't even want Muhammad and the Muhammad had slaves. Sweet Jesus ain't had no slaves. Sweet Jesus said this is, and that's the stuff y'all don't want. Y'all want a Jesus. You want a Jesus. And I'm going to tell y'all, some of you folk running around here following this Talmud, a lot of you folk following all these societies, y'all want that. Y'all want that skin doctrine. Them people invented the skin doctrine. They've been preaching it for 500 years. They've been preaching it for 500 years. Now some people want to bring some things out, declare it out automatically. Y'all want to jump on them, and you ain't got near one video tearing down them other devils. Boy, you better go sit down somewhere. You part of the order. You part of the deep state. Call it apologetic. Call it new way. Call it Pentecostal. Call it whatever y'all want. You part of the deep state. You lifting up a culture. You don't care about them tools and what them folk are straight. Tell y'all these Druids brought this in, and then we had this from here, we had that from there, but it don't make a difference. It still represents Jesus right now. No. Y'all got this whole thing. The whole thing is confused. And a bunch of you folk are adding to the confusion. That's all I want to say. That's all I want to say. $, Berean Teacher on the Cash App. If y'all like to send $1 to support. That's okay. I put that out there. The Gmail on BereanTeacher@gmail.com if y'all want to jump on and y'all could share some things. But like I said, when I throw the link out there, everybody jump on. It's Israel and they banging out and they got all different views, but they gonna all bang. They gonna just, and who they got it from? I'm gonna be mad at them when I see European. Let something happen to a European Jew. They don't have to wear black. They don't have to be Hasidic from Borough Park. They don't have to be from Israel. Jewelry from Hollywood, jewelry from everywhere. They could be pagan Jewish people, but the nation is going to stand up. And that's who's been standing up against y'all. A nation is standing up. Now the other sister said, but what's going to happen to Christianity? I feel the same thing you feel in your spirit. If it's a lie, we got to get this thing out here. We got to talk about it if it is a lie. If it is a lie, it could be a lie. But if it is, we're going to come respectfully, and we're going to put that information out. So when I hit the other sister the other day, I'm like, yo, you just got to apologize. Just come through. You got to come through and bang out. I am not. She said, I'm not compromising. My thing is, where's the wisdom with the people of God? If you're winning souls, where's the wisdom? Let me humble myself and jump on this channel and talk to these 200 folk and tell them they need to get their heart right because they worried about the Shabbat. And folk can tell y'all 100 times they ain't worried about the Shabbat. I got to give y'all, I'm going to start a whole search. I'm going to give y'all a white Jew. I'm going to give y'all a white Jew, and I'm going to go back to the first century, and I'm going to show y'all some of what the white folk had to say. And then when y'all see what the white people had to say, that's how I'm going to say, because a lot of you black preachers just follow the leader. And everybody know the black preacher could be manipulated. Ask Margaret Sanger. Everybody know y'all could be manipulated. Ask the Democratic Party. All they got to do is come by Riverside Church, come by the churches in Harlem, churches in Petersburg, churches in Atlanta, and jump in your pulpit. Promise you anything. You fools will go ahead and vote, and then forgot what they said 2 months later. So we know the black church could be manipulated, and we manipulate through the preachers. Ask Prince Hall. Scottish Rite. Who don't know that? Who don't know that? So it scares me that the knowledge is coming to the pulpit and a few people are like, no, this whole thing is crazy, and there's people in the pulpit can't even see. Who don't know Prince Hall been running the black church? Who don't know the Divine Nine been running the black? Who don't know that in here? Put your hand up if you don't know that right now. Well, you can't say nothing because we've been in control of it. I know, but who don't know that? But stuff like that we don't have to talk about. They're just part of the tradition. They like the corner store been here since I grew up. Chinese restaurant been here since it just been here. That's just what it is. Boy, listen, y'all gonna stop right now. Y'all gonna stop. Matter of fact, let me put the link in. I don't want to talk religion right now. I'm gonna put the link in here. I don't know why I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna put the link in here for 1 second. Copy. Let me see if I can if this thing will work. If somebody want to jump on and share some things. People that's regulars, don't come on here. People that's regulars could share. A boo could share. A boo could build. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Faithful. Faithful and them could jump on. They could jump on if they want to. They might feel some type of way, but they could jump on. I want the truth to come out. I want y'all to bang. It ain't about whatever, however maybe I use rough words, maybe I use the wrong words, but if y'all would like to jump on and share some things, we need to talk about this information. If they were just converts, it's okay. Hold on a second. If these people were converts, it's okay because we loved him regardless. So when we start, so my thing is nobody come on here and nobody start talking crazy about the Queen of Sheba, about black people practicing this religion. Black people could practice this religion. It's okay where it come from, who's proselytes, and we'll talk about the Noahide laws and can covenants run together and all these theological things. We can talk. It's okay to talk. But at the same time, please, no manipulators can come. I'm sorry. Anybody, if you come and you look different from the people, we have to be leery. If most of us are dark skinned in here and you come in here light skinned with long golden blonde hair, we don't look at you as the great redeemer. I'm not staring people in that direction to look at you as a great redeemer with the high theological talk, and you could just come on here and say what you want to. No, you can't say it. You got to come in here and know how to be respectful and not say the wrong thing in the culture. Good to see you, Pastor Johnson. Good, I could read. Grace and peace, man. Come to the microphone. Everybody know who you are, but say who you are, and I'm gonna try to give me time to look back and look at these, and look at these comments. I don't know. I'll try to hit Timmy. Which Tim? You talking about Tim Alton, or you talking about? Remember, because we got Tim, and we got dispensational Tim. Which one are you talking about? Come on, Abu. You got the mic.
Thank you. No, I was just, I'm out walking home, so I figured the phone's on 42%. I'd seize the opportunity. I saw you had the my Facebook post at the start. I hope you want.
Oh yeah, well my man Bradford. I don't even know. He jumped on at the beginning. I don't know if he done jumped off of here or what. But I played that post, and people have a certain attitude. But I said there's people that's welcome in the community. It's people that has shown some interest and took the conversation further and helped us out with some things. Agree or we don't agree. You have brought the community to a certain level, far as trying to look at stuff and trying to just question methodologies and stuff. And this is important. We see you that you the other day I was on and we kept rambling, but we know you was getting ready to jump on with Orthodox more, and y'all always have some good conversations. Anytime you're around, it's going to be some good, deep thinking conversation and some points that we might be blinded at. Bradford, you in here? You jump on? I know he probably in the. Let me see if he in here. Go ahead, Abu. You got the floor. I'm gonna look back because I've been talking so long.
No, I just wanted to make sure that I'm glad nobody was offended. But as the way I would describe myself is merely making small contributions. I'm certainly not out here trying to teach anyone or anything like that. I'm just making as small contributions like anyone else to the conversation, bring a little perspective to certain things, attempt to bring a little perspective.
And we don't have any problem with that. Timmy was very upset that you were on the other day and we didn't question you about Mary. You done been on, I don't know, 6 times. You done been on plenty times. You never brought it up. My man, Father G, never bring it up unless I would bring it up. Now, if I was to ask you something about Mary or the history of the church from Enlightenment, you would bring it on. But he's saying that he wants to, he want to come and force Mary on. The community don't want Mary. But I'm sorry, y'all. I said this is the People's Channel. Type of one if y'all want Mary. Go ahead, Abu. I'm looking at the comments. If they give up Mary, I could be wrong because I could be blocking Tim from giving y'all Mary. I don't want Mary.
Yeah, I feel like there's going to be no ones in there, but I'm also scared I'll get kicked off of StreamYard if I try and get back in the chat to drop that one.
Wait a minute. I'm looking. I don't see any ones yet.
I'm not surprised.
But my thing is, I want to take the conversation further. I do want to get to some information. I want to get to certain things. People started bringing up portraits and stuff of earlier synagogue synagogues and what the people look like. I told him a couple of Garfield was in Europe. He hit me when he keeps like, yo, I'm gonna stand by. I'm right here. So basically, he's like, hit me at any time. I wanted to do a whole video series on E1B1. How do we understand this thing? I sat back and I waited. I thought the Sister Salam was going to come and get that work in. I thought she had them slides for them, but I'm like, oh man. And then, and then the Israelites mock me. Abu, I hate them folk. They be, Berean, where the slides at? You ain't holding your breath, or they be saying slick stuff to me at the same time. I'm like, no, she just got some family stuff. Everything all right. Don't worry, the slides are going to come. But then after a while, I'm like, a long time went by, Abu, and we just haven't seen it yet. I'm just offended at the amount of information that the other side is putting out. So much information, and people's just trying to act like this thing is nothing. And like I said, I had Cherry on a couple of weeks ago, and then she was like, "Oh, they've been thoroughly debunked." Like, that's no big thing, right? Who did? If they've been thoroughly debunked, show me the video. Show me you. Am I fit? Am I boo? Boo, you're respectful. You can talk to me. I can say it first. I'm ignorant. Am I being ignorant at this point?
No,
that I'm not seeing enough information from the other side coming out?
You've seen me say many times, I think you're very fair. You're very fair. I think it's fair to ask. If you disagree with somebody, where's the argument against it? No, I certainly have no objections to that.
And we have to see the arguments. Maybe I'm going about it the wrong way, trying to push people. But I'm saying, if y'all said y'all had some stuff coming, it need to come out now. Recently, I didn't see the whole video, but recently, the only other thing that I could say that came out, anything that was major in the last, I don't know, since the whole, in a long time, since that whole fiasco with cats and everything, what major came out since, or maybe 93, that's 93, is Faithful dropped something a week ago, 2 weeks, I don't know how long ago was that.
Yeah, it was, I'm lost on that too. I think it was a little over a week ago as well, yeah.
Okay,
they did a couple of videos. Yeah, I think what they're attempting to do is they were attempting to address the sources which Dante felt were particularly significant. And so, the only thing I would say is that that's a start. That's where the conversation has to start. Like, it has to happen in stages. So when there are gentlemen, or in the case of Nefertiti, ladies, who are willing to.
Did she? I'm sorry. Did she take what was the whole situation with the video? Didn't have to take the video down? I didn't even reach out to her.
I can't say that she's never taken a video down, but the video which she devoted nearly 4 hours to responding to sources which at the time Dante had considered particularly significant. That video is not down.
I didn't even. Oh wow.
Yeah, it's about 3 hours and 45 minutes. If I'm not mistaken, it's from March 15th of. I got the date wrong last time, but I.
Oh no, yeah, they got on you for that date. Yeah, they got on you for that date. You can't say. Whatever the real date, the real date, whatever the real date.
Yeah, I got. I think it's March 15th of 2020. But whatever the case, the point is, she was attempting to contribute to the conversation. That's the point. Like, it can't, obviously, if you're going to say, look, I have 500 sources, deal with them, and then you also say, well, these 20 are particularly significant, and people are addressing them, the conversation should move from there. And I think that's what Faithful and 93 did as well, and I'm not saying you have to, anyone has to agree with them off the bat, but like, for people who are interested in discussing the sources, look at it that way,
And for the record, I want to say right now online, Faithful and 93 can jump on here. I don't want y'all to think we're blocking anybody, and we only want y'all to hear one side of the story here. People, because even if people get mad, they be like, yo, I'm not dealing with you no more. You could get mad all you want. A good bit of people could say, yo, I can't lie, that Berean is fair. Because Faithful and them might come on with some stuff that'll offend you people. That'll get you people mad. But if y'all want truth, if you want another perspective, like my man Bradford said, if you want another perspective, it might be some things that you don't want to hear, but you got to be open to another perspective. Go ahead, bro.
That's all. They're interested in looking at the sources. For me, I'm interested in the definitions behind it. Like, I'm not big on the whole, looking into people's lineages. But the one thing I would say is that there are sort of overarching questions which shape how people interpret the sources that are being marshaled. And I think a central question that rarely gets answered is the question of, for each individual, how do they define Israelite? Because there are some people
I
who
think
hold
that might anytime we're getting into a discipline and we're trying to study something, like I'm going to bring up the whole thing with mysticism and all of that, we have to explain where the stuff come from. We have to explain certain terms. So you think we might have started off wrong by not even explaining certain things, and so many people could be confused by just the simple term Israelite, and how some of us, like even myself, when we talk about Jew, when the Bible talks about Jew later on in the Testament, in the covenant, when it talks about Jew and how they're speaking, nobody's really throwing out the northern kingdom, and we just say Jew for everybody, not just 3 tribes, everybody. And these are just general terms, and that could be where some of the confusion coming in.
Well, what I would say is that different people, when it comes to the definition of Israelite, different people are using very different definitions. So, for example, everybody knows that the one Westers, and I'm not lumping them together with any of the non-West Westers. I'm just using them as an example. But one Westers are very clear on their definition that they believe an Israelite is strictly someone who descends patrilineally from Jacob, like all their other lines of descent are irrelevant.
And you think it's too vague with other messianic people?
Yeah, I would just like them to clarify, do they agree with that, or do they hold to a different view? Because, for example, Orthodox Moore, who I have great respect for, he's very clear that he holds to a much more open and inclusive or expansive definition of Israelite.
Totally different from one Westers.
Yes, where also matrilineal descent, basically any line of descent is sufficient. So let's say your father's line does not go back to Jacob, but your father's mother's father's line goes back to Jacob. That's for Orthodox Moore. If I'm correctly representing his position, that would be sufficient. And so too, he's willing to accept converts as well. And so I think that the definition has to be put out there, because it changes how we interpret a bit of evidence, Like, for example,
hold on. Matter of fact, I'm glad you got on it, because somebody's saying something about Ashkenazi, and I remember you saying that you had a video dealing with that. Is that a right way to argue something, pushing you in that direction? Because a lot of people said are you just concerned with black people that use the term Israel or Jew?
No, I'm definitely not just concerned about any particular morphology. I don't see the comments. What was the question about?
No, his own. Oh, are you walking? All right, he on the phone. Let me try to go back. Something about Ashkenazi. Do you ask them that? Been there, done that?
It depends on the subject. It depends on the subject. I have gotten into it with Ashkenazim, but the thing is, it depends where it's at. So, for example, I think personally, and I think it's undeniable, if we get into, like, say, paternal lineage, it's undeniable from the genetic evidence that the majority of Ashkenazim do not descend paternally from Jacob, right? So that's a huge deal if you hold to a definition of Israelite that hinges on paternal descent. But if you hold to something that's more expansive, then maybe it's not a big deal. And so even with
that's a big thing right there. Israelite is a simple term. The text says children of Israel. Is it really that simple?
No, well, I would say this. It can be simple. I'm not even trying to fight with people about their definition. I just want them to be clear about what definition they're holding to. So Westers are very clear about their definition. Orthodox Moore is very clear about his definition, but there are other gentlemen, with all due respect to them, who have not been clear. And I think there's some open questions about, their definition. And
repeat that, please. Repeat that, please. With the statement that he made, just type the question in there. Somebody said to repeat that.
I'm guessing they want me to repeat the part about Ashkenazim?
Yes, okay. Absolutely. I think so.
I have a video on the subject, but the gist of it is, from the genetic evidence, it seems we don't, like, let's say this, even without knowing the haplogroup, the paternal haplogroup of Jacob, right?
Yes.
We can still say with confidence that the majority of Ashkenazim do not descend paternally from Jacob, because they're so diverse. The genetic tests on them consistently reveal a diversity of haplogroups, and they're so diverse that there's no haplogroup that has a majority amongst them. So that means that no matter what haplogroup you want to hypothetically assign to Jacob, only a minority of Ashkenazim have that haplogroup. Like, let's say
why do you think so? But this is it. All of this is this is where some people, to be honest, some Christians are like, this is just too much thinking for me. Listen to what I'm going to read, because I know you're on your cell phone. All Ashkenazim do not come from the 12 tribes chart of Israel. So you would agree with that, right? I don't even agree with the 12 tribes chart, but you just said that they're so various that they can't come from one haplogroup.
Well, no, I mean, it's clear that they're so diverse in terms of paternal haplogroups that no haplogroup has a majority amongst them. So let's say...
So are you saying that they're proselytes?
They have to be. Paternally, the majority of them have to descend paternally from converts.
But now y'all don't you ignorant folk get in here and get excited because he said that. Oh, we got him right now. He said that.
I've said it for a while, and I've said it.
Honest, you've been saying that I never heard you say that.
Some people like Dante and Jacoba and them, they've tried to make they've got posts showing the screenshots of me saying in the past. The gentleman Tazara has done it as well.
Oh, yes. Matter of fact, I did see it from that. Yeah, I seen it from that brother right there.
Yeah, it's been going on for a couple of years.
And he said he got screenshots or something.
Yeah, because I've been saying it in public. Yeah.
Well, somebody said you lying now. Wait a minute. Maybe they're a couple of seconds behind us. But no, because if that is true, it's still no big thing.
Well,
because some people will argue. Do you think, and from your little knowledge, you think Limba are converts, or they descended from a people that go all the way back?
Well, again, it depends on what we mean. But if we mean paternally, they're obviously mixed paternally. So you have some Lemba that have haplogroup J. You have other Lemba who have haplogroup E.
But they're close to the Ashkenazi.
Well, this is what I would say. The funny thing is the ones that the mainstream Jews are excited about, they're excited about them because their paternal line lines up closely with mainstream Jews. Do with that as you will. I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I would say, but again, how we even perceive the Lemba depends on our definitions. So if our definition of Israelite hinges entirely on paternal lineage and only on paternal lineage, then it would seem to be, we could say, maybe half of the Lemba, or half of them don't go back to Jacob because of the diversity of haplogroups amongst them. But if we have a more expansive definition, like the one that Orthodox Moore has, maybe it's a majority.
Way more people could squeeze in there.
Oh, absolutely. And the funny thing is, I think the concern that also comes up in these debates, that because they're so acrimonious, the more expansive your definition is, the more people you can bring in, but it also weakens polemics against the mainstream Jews. And I think there's this interesting balance that people want to strike, or they're reluctant to get into because they're forced to strike that balance.
Wait, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this. He said, what if the Lemba are converts? So was Moses.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I want to be clear.
No, I'm reading the screen. I'm sorry.
No, I know. I see it. I see the comment that you put up. I'm not knocking anyone who allegedly descends from a convert. I'm just saying that whether the definition we start with will have an impact on how we interpret the data. So that's true of Ashkenazim. That's true of Lemba. That's true of a lot of people,
Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me see. If there's any questions that y'all have for Abu right now, I'm trying to sift through what's questions. And y'all always know the comment section is jumping. There's always a whole bunch of stuff. Hold on a second. If you got a couple of more minutes, I want to see if there's any questions.
I think I got another 20, I think.
All right. He said his phone might have 20 more. Jay. All right. Let me see what they're saying. I'm trying to. That's for him. I will shout the plum. I see him. They tell us themselves, strictly speaking, it's incorrect to call an ancient Israelite a Jew. Yeah, how do you feel? You can look at the screen. Let me put up what the plumber said.
No, I know that's a popular thing in circles to bring that up, but I would say it still begs the question of how are we using the word Israelite? So whether or not we're going to apply it to certain mainstream Jews or not depends on the definition we're holding to. So again, if we're holding to a strict paternal definition, man, you can exclude the majority of them. But if you hold it to a more expansive one, or you hold the one that includes converts, I mean, who knows? You start bringing them back in. You start accommodating them.
Let me ask you,
I know people.
Go ahead.
I know people despise quote unquote replacement theology. I don't agree with the term, but nonetheless, what's disdainfully called replacement theology. But if you hold to that view, then you can also exclude, all the mainstream Jews who reject Christ.
That's a whole different thing.
Irrespective of their lineage. Yeah.
Do you think, from what you've been seeing, do you think that people that use the term Jews, somebody just jumped on, I'm not sure if it was for a question for you, but when people use the term Jew or Jewish or Israel and all of that, do you see and think, just like in society with everything else, do you think people that are of a darker hue or black folk calling themselves Jews or Israel is a problem? It's definitely a problem.
No, it's not a problem.
Do you think they're treated? Tell me.
They're treated differently. Yeah, they're treated differently. And not only that, I was talking about this in a correspondence with Moore, I think last week. They're definitely treated differently, and it's not just a morphological thing, although that obviously plays a role for some people. But the thing is, it also, I'm sorry to be blunt, but it also has something to do with the recognition of the Zionist state. So, for example, there are people who won't be hostile to Ethiopian Jews if the Israeli state recognizes them, but will be hostile to, say, African-American Jews who try to buck the mainstream trend and therefore aren't recognized. So the thing is, there's the morphological issue, and then there's also that, you know, that they don't have this sort of state sanction. So yeah, I mean, yes, they do get treated differently. Yeah.
So you would have to admit, even on these conversations, the information that out here, that politics play a role in this, because there's a lot of rabbis, there's a lot of Jews out here that don't bear witness with Zionism whatsoever.
Yeah, no,
and a lot of the information that's being funneled, that's being coming down to people that's out here, that's being pushed, that we're seeing on the news and mainstream, that's being spoken about in a lot of mainstream in these universities. It's a lot of it could be some sideways information because of a Zionistic agenda.
But seriously, that does. I mean, let's be blunt. That has colored mainstream Christianity for a century, at least since the days of Schofield.
Listen,
even before the creation of the state.
Listen, y'all here, y'all think it's a game. I got on Boo on here for a reason. This ain't me saying that. Don't go run tell the feds I'm saying that. He said he didn't say Catholicism. He said Christianity. And now, some people feel that because certain individuals feel in certain way, because there was an anti-Semitism almost from the 2nd and 3rd century towards Jews, that people had to come in here and fugazi the whole thing. So they gave y'all Zionism. They fulfilled prophecy. That's how come a lot of people that's reading this book saying, listen, 1948 and that stuff y'all talk about means nothing to biblical prophecy, and people are torn and worn with that. Come on, Abu. No, matter of fact, hold on. How many minutes your phone got on you? Melvin, come to the microphone. Tell us where you from, where you hail from, and what's your question? He might have walked away. He walked away?
No, I came on your channel once before, like a few days ago or something.
Okay, great speech. Come on, where you from? Tell me where you from, what's the question?
I'm from Oakland, California.
Oh, you all the way over. All right.
So, I just want to say, like, I would tell people like this, like, if you really want to find out, just read the Bible, dude. It's in there. Not dealing with this whole ionized thing. This is what I was questioning myself on when I was talking about last time when I came to Sean in Genesis 10, right? And we go into the word for it, and it means Germany, right? So
yes.
Yeah. So when you look at that and you read the lineage there dealing with the sons of Gomer, right?
Yeah, I remember.
You read that in Genesis 10, one of the sons of Gomer is Ashkenaz. And then in verse 5, it mentions that they're all Gentiles. And then you see that in Ezekiel 38 during with the war that's about to build up with Gog and Magog, the prophecy that Ezekiel was sent to prophesy onto them. And then you get that fulfillment in Revelation 20 after the first resurrection, right? When Satan's loosed out of his kingdom, right? Out of the pit. And then, Revelation 20, it talks about the millennial reign. And then after that, Satan's loosed out of his prison to go out and deceive the nations and lead them together into battle. That's when Gog and Magog is going to happen. Let me just bring it up so I can read it. I'm gonna bring it up real quick so I can read.
And Abu, this is part of the problem that we have here. I know this is a fast moving channel with a lot of stuff, and I try to hit a lot of things. But Abu, you've heard the whole Genesis 10 thing in Ashkenaz, and even when we start dealing with certain terms, who's some Bible students in here? Because I see a few people said they don't care about DNA, they don't care about nothing. What the scriptures say. So we'll talk about some Deuteronomy, but your phone will probably be dead by the time we get to Deuteronomy 28. But what is your understanding of Gentiles in the whole Bible, how that term is used? Because we see confusion all in the community with that. Gentiles and people in the Gentile state of mind, and Gentiles were, and when you start talking about Greeks or Gentiles, some Gentiles are part of the northern kingdom and they were Greek speaking, like Hellenists, they were Greek speaking Jews. Are Gentiles just Europeans? How does the Bible, and I'm asking everybody in here, how does the Bible use the term Gentiles in how many different ways? Come on, hold on. I'm gonna bring my brother back on so we go ahead.
Yeah, I could answer that for you.
No, go ahead. You read the scripture.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna read this scripture and then I'm gonna answer that question that you just asked. It's real simple. All right, so this is Revelation 20. I'm gonna read from verse 1 all the way down to verse 8. So it says here, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key to the bottomless pit and a great chain in his hand, and laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound 1,000 years. We understand that this is the 1,000-year millennial reign that's going to be on earth when he come back, and cast him into the bottomless pit and shut him up and set a seal upon him, that he should deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. After that, he must be loosed for a little season. And I saw them that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of, well, I'm gonna call him his Hebrew name, which is Yehoshua, but I'll call him Jesus for you guys. That and the word of God, or Yah, Psalm 68. That's where you get the name, right? And which had not worship the beast, neither its image, or receive its mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they live and reign with Christ 1,000 years. But the rest of the dead live not again until the 1,000 years were finished. This is the first resurrection. Blessed and holy is he that hath part in the first resurrection. On such the second death hath no power, but they shall be priests of God and Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth. God,
they say you breaking up bad. They say you breaking up bad. I hear a little bit of break. They say you breaking up bad.
Oh, let me see. Can you guys hear me now?
I don't know. I think the same thing was happening. But go ahead, get to your point. A lot of stuff that was happening last. He's break 4 or 5. Yeah, everybody is saying it. Try to come out and come back in. Abu, back to the Gentile thing. How do you see the Gentile thing?
Oh man, it's tough from verse to verse. I mean, from the Old Testament to the New Testament, it's honestly tough. I do think the word Gentile can apply to descendants of Jacob in certain instances, right? I mean, even in the Old Testament, there's allusions to descendants of Jacob being cut off. And I mean, you also get allusions to that in the New Testament. So I'm not adverse to the idea that there are places where Gentile includes descendants of Jacob. But yeah, I think ultimately, despite attempts to limit it to Genesis 10, I do think that Gentiles generally used as someone outside of Israel.
Somebody said it's clear to me, but he left out. I'm telling him to leave out and to come back in. But go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm trying to read the comments as you.
No, that's the gist of it. I mean, I don't have a lot to say on the Gentile question. I mean, that would sum it up, I think, I know it was a simplification.
What else on and just in your humble opinion, that's all. That's not in your humble opinion. What can move the conversations forward? Boo, I'm telling you right now, I want to get my soul, something deep in my soul, want to get to that DNA. Deep in my soul, want to get to that limba, that E1, B1, want to get deep into that. I want to get into those. I want to get into the images. How did the early Greeks, how did the early people view Israelites? Because if they're converts, it's no big thing. People been like the Greeks have always looked at the Israelites and God-fearers and other people and been like they were mad at Israel or whatever during the Roman period, but they'd be like, y'all religion is so ancient. It's been ancient on the continent of Africa. It's been ancient in the Levant area. So my thing is, if there are black people that want to say they're converts, if they're true DNAs, let's just get to it. Yeah. Then we'll deal with theology and how the early church looked at the Jews and where some of this racism comes from, where some of this anti-Semitism come from. Because if it's anti-Semitic and black people are doing it to black people, which consider themselves Jewish, is all part of the same spirit. So studying this thing out prayerfully is going to help us kind of get deeper to it. What's going to help them? Going to help make the conversation move further, move on.
I think people need to be clear with their terms. They need to clarify their terms, and that then people can move. Because honestly, people are using terms differently without even knowing it. Even with the term black, I've had private conversations with certain Christian apologists where you ask them, "Were the Israelites black?" And they say emphatically, "No, no, no." But then you ask them, did the ancient Israelites look like El DeBarge or Prince or, Al-Azhar Ben Loya, the head of Sakari, or, Orthodox Moor, the current king of Morocco, any of these people? And there's the same people that say, no, they weren't black. They say, oh, yeah, they look like that.
And then once you put that on the table, there is a lot of confusion.
You put that on the table, that clearly fits at least some Americans' notions of black, right? You know what I mean? So it's...
yes.
So people are clearly even there. They're using very different definitions because these terms are vague and amorphous.
Do me a favor, read that screen.
It says, I'm sorry, Genesis 10:32 in the Septuagint. These are the tribes of the son of Noah, according to their generations, according to their nations, of them were the islands of the Gentiles scattered over the, yeah, it's basically the same as what it says in the Masoretic text as well. Although I think people make a mistake in thinking Gentile therefore has to be limited to the descendants of Japhet, which I don't think that's what that requires.
That's what I wanted to touch on.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's what that requires, because I think clearly as it goes on, you know, this idea of nations is being used in general to refer to people outside of Israel. And then, of course, that brings us back to the definition of Israel. Like, you know, was Ruth part of Israel? Was Achior part of Israel?
Oh man, yes, yeah, that's it. We have to look at all of that stuff. Even when they started marrying, the patriarchs, they were so wild into marrying and bringing everybody. They didn't look at it no way like we looked at it. They didn't look at it at all. So I think some of this stuff, looking at the way we looking at it and trying to look back and force it back into the biblical text, all of this could be bringing some of the confusion in, but we still not talking about it is not making the subject go away. Not talking about it is not clearing up some of the confusion. Just attempting to ignore it, just attempting to pray it away. All of this is the same madness we try to do in the hood with AIDS. We can't pray it away. Crack, we can't pray it away. We got to face this thing head on and make some moves and dealing with it. All right. Anything else you wanted to say, far as, you know, because you busy. Catch a couple of times I do hear you on. It's 5:30 in the morning with Faithful. Or stuff crazy times like that. I just happen to look at my phone and y'all on crazy, just different times, crazy times. Anything else you wanted to share just on this, just with everything? You've been around for a minute with just with everything going on. You've seen we had the matter of fact, you jumped on. I had the reunion, Sister Ian, everybody jump on. A lot of people jump on. We trying to mend a lot of stuff. When we deal with this religion, people feelings get hurt. People get mad. There's back and forth stuff. You lie and this, you false information that. Anything else you wanted to just speak on? The phone out or I'm muting them. All of these great points, but no one wants to hear. See that that's what I'm trying to get him on right now. I put the link in and he just jumped on. Did I kick him off? Can you hear us? I know he said his phone was dying. He was on at 3 a.m. the other year. They were, I don't know, they be on at some crazy times. Let me try to put this thing back in here. They be on at some crazy times. Anybody else want to jump on? I'm sorry that I got on here early. I see my homegirl called and let me see who. Oh man, I got a bunch of calls. They probably telling me, stop that. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. Y'all don't listen. Y'all don't bother me. I'm running this channel right here. I'm ignorant right now. I'll just put that link back in there. If somebody else want to jump on and just share on the subject. We're not here to bang. We're not here to bang out on Timmy Tim, but he got me mad. I'm not, Yolanda, I'm not playing with Timmy Tim and them folk. They can't just come in there and say what they want to say to me. I don't want Mary. I don't want Mary. I don't want Mary. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I want to just talk about sweet Jesus. I want to talk about sweet Jesus, this Bible. And a lot of times people say, I want to talk about black people, but I want to talk about end time prophecies. I want to talk about end time prophecies and different people read things different way. That's how I smile when people say, just read the scripture. 2.5 billion of us are reading the scriptures. Some of us believe in tongues. Some of us don't. Some of us believe in literal millennial reign. Some of us don't. And this is, some of us believe in the gifts of the Spirit. Some of us don't. Just ask anybody, when is the end time raptures? When's the last days biblically? Y'all, we all over the place. We all over. So everybody reads scripture. Everybody that come on here got scripture. Y'all hear me? Every single person. So reading the scripture don't impress me. I know people have been to different seminaries all over the world. All of them did postdoctoral studies at Oxford. All of us read scriptures. And a bunch of us got a bunch of different interpretation. All right, bro, come to the microphone. Tell us who you are and where you're hailing from, and what's your question or comment?
Hi, what's up, brother Berean? This is Stephen.
Okay.
Hey, I just left a comment about Genesis chapter 10, verse 32 from the LXX, and whenever the brother Abu was commenting on it, he said it says the same thing in the Masoretic text as the LXX. But Genesis 10:32 was talking about all the sons of Noah being called Gentiles.
Oh, that's what you would say, not just Japheth.
Yeah, because in Genesis 10 verse 5 is talking about Japheth. It sounds that way, but when you go through all the verses from Japheth all the way to Ham and to Shem, 10:32 is a compilation of all of them when it says these are the sons of Noah that are scattered around the world, and called the Gentiles.
And that could be partly where the confusion comes from, because if you ask different people, they will say that. We have historically, matter of fact, I think it was 2 years ago, talking to, I think Pastor Brown, a few of us were on here, but it was definitely some messianics on here. Pastor Brown brought that, and they was like, and a few people, after he said it, a few people in the comment section said, that's right, only Japheth, only they are known. And if you read it like that in the King James and you see it, and you read it like that, you'll think it's only them. So only Europeans are Gentiles. So any other dark people you find in India, no matter what they're practicing, anywhere else on the face of the earth, all of those other people are not considered Gentiles. But who does the Bible speak about when the Bible talks about Jews, and who are the Jews and Gentiles? Does the Bible describe it all the way through, like even in the New Testament like that? I don't think so. So
Yeah.
Shem is a Gentile, somebody asking?
Yeah, so
No
when you go to
rights are related to, all right, I'm sorry, it could be sound conversation. Go ahead, I'm trying to read comments.
Okay, so let me read that verse back to you one more time to make it clear to everybody here. In Genesis chapter 10, verse 32, it says, these are the tribes of the sons of Noah according to their generations. So it says sons of Noah according to their nations. Of them were the islands of the Gentiles scattered over the earth after the flood. So all the sons of Noah are the Gentiles. It's just Israel was a separate, they were taken away separately, of course, out of that Gentile mindset and made into a separate nation of people.
Thank you. Gentiles are other nations outside of Israel. Everybody was a thank you. That's how we have always in regular church. That's how we have always looked at it right there. But I'm recently hearing in the last few years that Gentiles are only certain Europeans that descended from Japheth, and that's how we always looked at it. All right, anybody else? Someone needs to know that the language. Look, all right, thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Anyway, all right, anybody else? I'm gonna put this link in here before I jump off. I don't miss my nap, mess around with that red boy and hollering about them. And shout out to Tim, and shout out to both dispensational Tim. Shout out to Tim. What do y'all think about it, my man? I told y'all, what about Slick? Slick gonna holler up in that phone. What about Slick from North Carolina? Y'all see, I gotta show y'all the comment sections. I'm wrong in a way. I'm gonna confess. I'm wrong in a way, Yolanda, because a lot of times I get on here, I'll bring other people on and let them ramble, and I'll be up in the comment sections, and then even afterward, the next day, I'll be like, comment section out of control. These folk was talking. They was like, man, if you don't get out of here, hang up on him. Bring the next caller. I'm like, oh man, they crazy. I like Slick too. I can't lie. Slick gonna be he gonna come on here a couple of times. Slick, my man said Slick something else. He ill, but he gonna bring his point out. He said, listen, y'all ain't read that Ezekiel. He gonna press us to get in that book. And I said, all right, here we go, because different people gonna have different interpretations, but ain't nothing wrong with having some different, some different views up on here just to let people know. Just to let people know, Ruth was listen at it, and we got to look at stuff like that too. This is what people don't want to talk about. Ruth was a Moabite and Hagar was Egyptian, but did they come in? Did they receive any blessing? This is the beef that we talk about. Some people want to get around. That's like I said, we got to read the whole writ. We got to read the whole writ. We can't be playing at all when we dealing with this stuff. Let me throw this link back in here in case somebody want to jump on here and just comment on some of the stuff that I know a lot's been said. But they want to comment on some of the stuff that's going on. And when I say people name, I don't mean to be offended. I like the people down the dial. I like all them other highfalutin preachers. They put me out. One thing about Carol Sutton, I ain't thinking about them folk. Y'all can't put me out. When God calls somebody to do it, they're gonna do it. Y'all just ain't them people for this work. Y'all not them people. A lot of y'all people for the church building, and it's okay. The church building is okay, but there is another world. There is another world outside, and God is moving outside the church building. And y'all just are not the great ruling authority. So the bishop ring, you walk in the barber shop, who the hell know what the bishop ring is? Everybody in the barber got rings and jewelry and stuff. You mean nothing to us in here. And that's how it is. And when you come out here, and a lot of people can't take it. That's like I agree with my other brother. He said, yo, best thing to do is to put some of these silence down and just come and talk. Don't say, I'm going over there to minister to the guy. Just come and talk. Just talk the talk. Let's just kick it. That's all people want. They don't want to feel they being ministered to. You coming to drop knowledge on them. Put all of that stuff down. We don't care how long you've been a pastor. Just put all of that stuff down and just talk. And if you don't want to talk, just keep it moving. And this is why a lot of the attention. There was a time that the pastor, the bishop could walk up in the barber shop and everybody get quiet as authority. But y'all got to read the signs of the times. Signs of the times have changed. Respect is gone. Y'all done let these prosperity fools run amok all on TV. People done seen too much, so they feel some type of way. So we're living where these young folk feel that they know some stuff. They got some questions answered. Y'all got thousands and thousands of people that have been hurt, molested all up in the church. Y'all done dogged our family, done disrespected them for ministry because they live an alternate lifestyle. And it's a different thing. They've been molested by preachers. They've been sleeping with the preachers. So when you walk into church, when you come out here on the block, it's different. Walk up in the barbershop, it's correction officers, it's cops in there, but it's hammers, it's other people, and just talking symbolically. Y'all come out here in the block, folk feel some type of way about. They feel, I want to pull it out, I want to hit them, I want to just, they feel some type of way. When you come around, say you was representing this, say you representing that, people gonna try you. It's just a different world. I'm on y'all's side. I tell y'all, I'm Orthodox. I tell y'all what it is. I can say I'm a tongue-talking Christian. Presbyterians respect the assemblies of God and the church of God. Kojic. The church representative. Now, you other folk, I tell y'all, I ride with them other folk, but you other folk ain't respected. You other folk ain't respected. You other folk right there, y'all consider the cult. I know who's considered a cult and who's not considered a cult, but the block is just different. Everybody talking. And this is what people don't like. All right, any more comments? Anybody want to share anything before I jump off here and go look at all of these emails? I can't believe you said that. And, you know, people be trying to pressure me when I get up off here. My church people be bothering me sometimes. All right, I'm gonna put this. I just threw the thing out there. If anybody jump on, we can let you come to the microphone and share if y'all want to share. If not, I'm gonna get off here and I'm gonna go check these emails and heat me up on cake or something. I'm hungry. They going. All right, I don't know what it said. All right, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. On BereanTeach@gmail.com, $Berean Teach on the Cash App. We appreciate y'all. We appreciate you, sir. I need to hear that from the beginning. Y'all go play this video. I ain't gonna take it down. I'm gonna go get my slides ready to get to talk about this. This mysticism and the Christian church. We're dealing with Bible conspiracies in the Bible. That's some good stuff. We'll drop some of them videos, but all of that stuff is just straight Patreon right now. All right, God bless y'all. Good night. We'll talk later.